Hey, yeah,
Hi
guys. Oh, I see
everyone.
you already here. I love it.
Kennedy, Blessed, Aga, Danielle,
Hi,
and
Kennedy.
anyone
Hi,
else who's
Blessed.
on.
Hi, Aga. Hi,
Hiya.
Danielle. Um, yeah.
That's better, babe.
How's you guys doing
No,
today?
no, 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 no.
I can't. I must be moving this.
Huh?
Yeah. Look, should I do this?
Yeah, there we go.
There
And I
we
have to
go.
put my coffee on the radiator.
Yeah, to keep it warm. Is that what it That's what we're doing now. Yeah. Do you know I can't hear you for some reason? Hold on.
I
Oh
wasn't
yeah, no,
talking
no,
into the
that's
mic.
fine. I actually can hear you.
You can?
Yeah. Yeah. You weren't talking to the mic.
There we go. Can you guys hear us?
Yeah, good.
Great.
Cool.
Hiya, Robert.
Thank you for your patience, guys. Appreciate that.
Really
Hi, Robert.
appreciated. We went out this morning for a walk. We usually don't go for a walk in the morning. We go in the night, but Omondi wanted croissants, so
Yeah, because we're not in France here, and the croissants don't really happening unless you go like to a supermarket and you pick it up in the frozen sections because it's like the dough. So then, and actually the dough is made in France. So in the UK, if you really want to like croissant, like French croissant, like nicely done and that, you just go get the dough, just put it in the oven. It's really
get the
simple.
frozen one.
Get a frozen one, and comes out perfectly fine. It's actually quite nice and something just wanted to do that on Sunday. Yeah.
Thanks for your patience, guys. My night was wild. How was everybody else's?
That is always wild.
It really is.
There's no, you know what I mean? There's no time where it's like, what happened? No, nothing. Just, went to sleep and woke up the next day. No, that's just not you.
No.
I mean, it does happen sometimes, but it's
Rare.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very
I
rare.
mean, things I do experience things, but
I know.
yeah.
Great.
The night walk thing for the last couple years.
Very peaceful.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's
I
why
love
we
it.
like doing it.
Yeah. I love it.
No one's out.
Yeah.
Everybody's scared and they're in their house. So then you just got the road to yourself.
Yeah. Well, we actually thinking of eventually moving to a place where the weather's kind of like warm all year long. So then when you want to go out for a walk at night, it just don't feel the same. It's nicer when the weather's nice, you know. For this
Kennedy.
move night, I just focused on sleep this go round.
Sometimes it's like I'm going to bed. I had full intentions of that as well, Kennedy. I really did. And I'd put on some meditation music. I think it was like frequency 900 and something, 900. You should know that stuff.
What are you
But
talking about?
it was it was some frequency music, like some frequency meditation music. And I was like, all right, I'll go to bed to this. But I usually go to one that has like black screen. If I play it on my telly, I'll do black screen or I'll do something with no ads. Because it's like jarring when you get woken up by like, have you got car insurance?
It's true.
You're like, oh.
Yeah, no, I don't like that. It's like it's actually why I want kind of like making a playlist so that you can just keep listening. You can keep on listening it without having like ads interference and that, because it's just not the same. You're trying to go for meditation, and in the middle of the meditation, just you hear this huge. Usually, it's actually mixed louder, so the ads tend to be much louder than the actual. Because a lot of people, when they put these meditation type, the sound level is it's not always mastered, so then they don't tend to get the sound to what is commercially required. So then when you get an ad, it's not so loud. So usually you listen to this meditation and then the loud pops up and then it's so loud. It's jarring, yeah.
So Bless said, yes, that's one of the that's part of the plan for me as well. Move somewhere warmer all year round. I'm in the upper Midwest right now, and winter is unkind.
So where
snap.
Well, you're in the United States, so you kind of like can move to another state. Like if you wanted to move to Hawaii, it's all good for you because you still can be in the state and do that.
Yeah.
But we literally have to move country because the UK is like.
Oh, you're in
Iowa.
Iowa.
Okay. All right. Cool. That's what it. That's what we want to do. We'll, like move to a warmer place, but
Yeah.
for us, it involves moving country. Like,
Yeah.
because there's no such
There's no
things.
such place.
There's no such place here. Yeah. So it's
Yeah. Yeah. And up north cold is different as well. It's the truth. There's nowhere to escape to. Is you couldn't even say you're going to go down south to the Isle of Wight or anything like that, or the Isle of Man, and be like, no.
Croatia. Yeah, I've heard Croatia is quite warm down there.
I know Croatia is beautiful.
Yeah, what we're thinking actually not being Europe. To be honest with you, we've been most of our lives we spent in Europe. Not there's anything. I mean, there's few spots in Europe that we like, but it's not necessarily warm. So that would be kind of like
Croatia's warm,
winter place. Like if you want to, stay here, like experiencing snow. Actually, do you know what it is for me, guys? Is like I like experiencing things fully. So it involves a lot. Like in winter, I want to see the snow. I'm not thrilled about rains and cold weather. That's just not for me. So I love, like if I'm going to be in a cold country, I want to have some snow.
He's looking for the Alps, peeps. He don't want to say it, but he wants the whole
been
Alps
there
experience.
A couple of times. It's beautiful.
He loved it.
It's lovely. I've been there in the summer. It's really lovely in summer. But then it gets cold, so I wouldn't necessarily be there the whole year round. But for winter, it's fine. You can ski. It's great. It's lovely.
Yeah.
The Switzerland side is actually nice. So yeah, these are the places in Europe that you can definitely spend great time there.
Yeah, and Croatia is beautiful.
But Croatia, yeah, I've heard that. I heard it's warm and
have family who went there on holiday.
Yeah. But for the most part, we're thinking like, maybe East Africa, like something like Seychelles, Mauritius, these places down there, Kenya, or these places is quite nice. Kennedy saying, for me, I have to be very selective. Just a couple of nights ago, one of my dreams was me running from someone with an AK-47. Wow. Only found out once a week, my fan to my left had been gyrating.
He'd been gyrating.
Gyrating.
So it'd been like blah, 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 blah.
Okay. So and your brain interpreted that as an AK-47. Wow. You do have to watch what you watch on TV. It's funny as we like say if there's a sound we gravitate towards something that's dangerous or scary. Whereas it could have been anything else. It could be drums. You could have think, oh, this sounds like percussions or something like that. But yeah, I see why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was there was someone I was thinking about getting on the podcast. He is called Lucius Aurelian. And he does he's on YouTube if anyone's heard of him. And he does all stuff pertaining to old world. He asks the questions. He's talking anything. If you're interested in anything to do with timelines, resets, Tartarian age, all of that stuff, architecture, all of that. His channel's like done a deep dive into it. And I was asking myself about it before I went to sleep, and I got my answer. So last night was eventful.
I see dream. I see blessed you talking about the dreams you had when you were a teenager, where you've been locked dreaming while your alarm is going off. Like you spend eternity listening, beep 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 beep, in the dream, looking for the source. Yeah, that must be just.
Until you're like, it's not here.
But my question is, did you know it was an alarm? Yeah.
I've done that before. That's why I stopped using an alarm.
Yeah.
Because that used to happen to me constantly, blessed. I feel you on that one. Yeah, that one's jarring as well.
Yeah, Kennedy. Yeah, you're laughing about that. Yeah, of course, for sure. Yeah, that's yeah. But do you know what? That's how sensitive we are. When it comes on to what you experience in the physical life and how it just kind of translate on the other side.
It's like
If,
we still have one ear in the game.
yeah, exactly. And you know what, guys? It's even that's one of the reasons why when people lose a limb, they still feel like their hands and they're itching and stuff like this, because whatever's taking place here anyway, you do feel it on the other side. It's just when you're in dream state, you're on the other side, so you kind of like have your own interpretation of it, but it's definitely connected.
Hang on. Kennedy just said, yeah, but most of all, I hate how I never stop to ask myself, wait, why am I in this situation? Why do I think this is real? I know, because we're all in. You know what I mean? When you're there, you're there.
Yeah. This is the thing though, Kennedy. That's a lot of things to see with the intention and affirming that you're in full control, and you actually have the ability to just change and decide, take decision in your dream, really, just so you can take over the control. Sometimes there's little things you can do as well, trying to just put, like, set your attention on something particular.
Mm.
So let's say if you have a habit where you probably wear so like a bracelet and it's always with you, and you go to bed with it and you wake up with it, something like that, or something you really really love, that you can just set your attention and say, like, you're wearing it, no matter what state you're in, whether you're in dream state or not. And then when you're in dream state, you can just say, okay, let me look at my watch, or let me look at my bracelet. So, like, it's about the intention. Yeah,
It
you're
is,
saying for yourself,
unless it's like you. I hear
and
your bracelets going
yeah,
all night sometimes, especially if you come in after me. Like I'll hear your bracelets and I'm like, that's Omondi. Even
yeah,
on the other side, I'm like, bracelet, okay.
yeah. You hear them because it's connected. Like, it's not never separated. It's the
So
same.
Bless said, I had no idea about 80% of the time that it was my alarm here in the meat piece. In the meat pace. In the meat space.
In the mid space. You like Caesar
Here in Meatland.
talking it, like saying like the meat suit. I eventually caught on, yeah, uphold enough consciousness into realize,
Yeah, it'd be like that.
yeah, it'd
It'd be like
for
that.
sure.
Absolutely, guys. And that's me assuming Kennedy's a guy. I'm sorry if you're not. But you're just giving me masculine energy.
Yeah, we go go by the feeling, but correct us if you're wrong.
So Sev is saying you guys should interview Rich. Listen, there's a story about that.
We know him.
He's no, I know. We asked. This is what happened, yeah. So I asked, and we invited him on, and he was like, yeah, sounds all right, but I'm really busy right now, because he's diving into the chat GPT thing, which is majorly cool. We've been watching him for ages.
Yeah, for a long time.
And then one day out of the blue, he was like, you know what, I'm going to send you a Zoom link just out of randomness, and if you get it, jump on. Didn't I wake up and it was like 3 hours late? Like,
Yeah,
because of the time difference. So I'm going to try again. I'm going to say, I'm in the UK.
yeah. But one thing's
it will happen when it happens. I've come to realize when it comes to
well, if it, yeah,
when it comes to interviews now, I don't even I don't force it. I ask, and then I will send out an invite, and then if it lines up, it lines up. Like right now,
yeah.
The one with Cash is like lining up,
Yeah.
back.
There's definitely a couple of people we want on the show. Some do practice OBs or astral traveling, projection, and all that. So there is definitely some people when it comes to that that's going to come on the show, but there's also other people as well that would like to have on the show. So because we know that we'll have the community about things that you may have never heard of, and once you hear this stuff, you're going to be like, okay, change plan. That's so there's a lot of people we want on the show. So hopefully we get them on. Yeah, some
people who are considered fringe economists, some other people who are scientists or scientists, but now they are scientists as far as I'm concerned.
They're true scientists.
They might have been kicked off the corpus board at some point and then brought back on, and then
some pilots as well that
that
know the lay of the land. That actually were able to see these things. There's a couple of people we love to have on the show, so we are going to we reached out to a few people waiting for the answer. We'll see what happened next. But yeah, some people that
Sasha Stone, if you've heard of him, as well, he's really big in the galactic situation
when he's good and ready. And also it's a frequency, so you do have to be a frequency match to the people you want to show. There's a reason sometimes why it happens, but also why it doesn't happen. So
and I'm kind of in the business of letting it happen.
So
plus we have our email there at the top of our channel description, so if anyone wants to reach out because they actually just want to come on the show and have a conversation, as long as they're like willing to be like, oh, okay, I'm willing to talk about this, that, and the other. Are you open for a chat? Or are you open to interview me? Yeah, sure. That's how it is, really. So, because our conversations kind of go on with our conversations at least an hour. But if you could come and chat to us for an hour, you know what I mean? So that's how we run it for now.
So I see what you're saying, Blessed. I think you're referring to what
the old world Lucius Aurelian. His channel, I've sat there and like binge watched his channel. I'm like, I'm only gonna watch one, and I'll sit there and I'll be like, oh, it's the evening. It's like that.
but for the most part, guys, we're really trying to get a couple of people that know what they're talking about when it comes on to maybe Tesla, what he's been doing really, and how important it is. A couple of people as well that know how to generate electricity from trees. I know people will be like, trees? I like trees. All of the stuff, or from the earth straight. All of that stuff people need to know and need to, because it's once you change the awareness, when people become aware, and you change, you raise the consciousness, then people become a little bit more careful about what they decide to believe in, and then at this point, the critical mass makes it so that things do change for real. So that's why it's important. What were you going to say?
My coffee's going cold. We've got prioritize.
Oh yeah, good old coffee. So you're saying Blessed. You're saying okay. You're saying nah. I'm a guy. It's fine. Como question. Blessed.
No, I thought
I know a fellow. We say a fellow. No,
this one here, babe.
My friend. Oh, okay, sorry about that. I just skip few. My friend. Okay, that's Kennedy. My friend who leaves his buddy told me to practice mindfulness, and that it would eventually come. Okay, I've tried crystals, yet as
haven't tried crystals yet.
I haven't. Okay, you're saying I'm sorry. Apologies. Haven't tried crystals yet, as I feel that only enhance what I am dealing with. Okay, I see what you're saying. He's telling you to be in the now, literally, because mindfulness is that for the most part. Just be in the now. Stop thinking too much ahead. Let go of the past. Specifically what no longer serves you. And it's just be gently surprised about what's to come. Kennedy, okay. Blessed, you say, I know a fella. What you mean a fella?
Fella,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know of a fella. Okay, who got
It's
into
because we say fella.
yeah. I think we spell it Fella, isn't it?
We do say fellow, but that's when one wants to talk is in fellow and thou,
And
that,
yeah,
shouldn't.
I see. Blessed, you're very eloquent. Like you have the proper English.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, love it. At least I learned a lot of words. I mean, I saw you using few words. Okay, anyway, so I know a fella or fellow who got into a habit of
Examining his
examining.
hands.
Wow, I can't read today. Examining his
You're
hands
good. You're good.
upon waking, so that when he has obese or lucid dream moments, yeah, he immediately pulls himself in more. Yeah,
I try to,
yeah. It is. But
but I'm so nosy. It just doesn't happen. I get dragged into the story.
okay. There's different techniques. You know, there's a technique where you there's things where you say you hold you hold something heavy in your hands, like maybe like sort of a bowl, and then and you know eventually as you fall asleep you'll drop it, and that knock can bring conscious as well, because whatever you hear there, it might not wake you up, but you might pay attention to it. So if you can say to yourself, all right, so I'm holding my hands. You know these marbles you used to have, the big ones. So something like that. You hold it, and eventually you know that's gonna fall.
It's like the Wheel of Time when they go in the dream
Yeah, that's
world.
what it is. It's a pin they put, and then it's just, you know,
Wakes you up in a
there's
certain amount
different
of time.
tactics, but you got to
That
still
candle
see.
was dope.
Yeah, you got to still see what works for you. And
I'll be so busy running for my life. I'm trying to remember them palms. I'm trying. I know. Listen, last night in Tartarian, firstly, Tartarian age, that's real shit right there.
Yeah.
I wanted to know and I found out confirmation. Yes, it was. And all of the stuff that we think is like, let me think. If you're into architecture, I'm saying like that Great Gatsby era, Art Nouveau era, 1930s, that type of era, all of that shit, Tartaria.
Yeah.
That's Tartarian age. But then they had technology on top of it. Just, yeah. And I was a skilled operative, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
So D Fish,
Hey,
hey,
D-Fish.
hi, how you doing? You say hi guys. What's your thoughts on Reiki healing? Have you tried it or do you practice it? We don't. I mean, I don't practice it. And Shem tried it, isn't it?
I've tried it.
Tried it.
I do practice it. But only on like family members. Like if Omondi's got like a sore back, or one of the kids needs something or whatever, I'll do it.
I think it.
Yeah, I like it. I enjoyed it.
It definitely, I think, worked, but it's not an answer for everything. So
it worked for me. It worked. Like not. She was like, I was convinced after I'd given birth the last time, because I didn't use any epidural. I seriously thought that like I was out of alignment somehow, and she was like, "No, you're not. You're all the way in." I actually had like a whole entire vision when she kind of did she did it with sound healing as well. Like she did it with like a sound therapy. So it was both Reiki and sound therapy. And I just like, she was like, "Did you realize that your eyes just rolled to the back of your head and you just went somewhere?" I was like, "I know I went somewhere, but I figured I just had my eyes shut." She was like, "Your eyes were moving like crazy." I was like, "Okay." And then I got off the bed and ended up giving her a reading about her future grandchildren. So that's a thing. So it's very effective.
well, what I would say, D Fish, I'd like to know if you're asking from a perspective of someone who wants to practice it, or actually, do it on people, or if you want to actually receive it. So because it's different, like whatever I would say wouldn't apply necessarily for one or the other. So like, see, if I say what I believe that is it's great to receive, maybe there's other things when you want to become a Reiki master. There's things to take into consideration. So, but Shem knows a lot about it. So I'm sure she'll answer that. But tell us if it's that because you want to
practice it, or would you like to have a Reiki done on you? Okay. Hey, Robert.
Hey, Robert.
Corey Brandon.
Yeah, you're saying Corey Brandon has become very, very real, speaking straight from his heart. That was interesting to observe. Yeah, when you say very, very real, like what do you mean in terms of that concept? Is that because he's being frank and honest about the whole experience as a whole, or how do you?
Yeah, how do you mean it? How did you take it? Is his last video, or
yeah,
is this his latest video?
Hi, Laura.
Hey, Laura. Hey, you're here though.
You're here, yeah, exactly.
You're here.
Blessed. If you ever feel like doing community interviews, I'd be down.
Great.
I thought you would be. Could talk about notable authors, channelers. That'd be really great. Nature or realities. Yeah, I love that. Old world stuff. The nature of the griefers, etc. I've got Cam T.
Then we'll have you on.
Look,
we'll work it out.
Upon what you sent the other day, anyway, or what you plan on doing anyway, it makes a lot of sense anyway. So yeah, 100% for sure. That'd be a lovely conversation.
We'll just send each other a message and we'll set a date.
Yeah, get that together, Laura.
Yeah, actually, this feels good.
I get you, Laura. I see what you're saying. You lost over an hour. Yeah, times just keep like that, like nobody. Seriously.
This is side note. This is why we were running a little bit tardy today, because last thing I checked, hand on heart, it was like 9 o'clock in the morning. Okay. I woke up, I went down the shop with the babies, and I came back, and then suddenly Omondi's there telling me, "Oh no, it's 2." And I said, "How is it 2 already?"
Listen.
And then suddenly he was like, "Do you want me to start?" And I was like, "Start what?" And he was like, "Start." And I was like, "What?" Ran downstairs.
So blessed. I say, hey, yeah, fellas.
Yeah.
I thought so.
Hey, Jay.
Oh, you say, I mean Ireland? This is what you're saying? LOL.
Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Hey, Jay. Greetings to you too. Kennedy. Yeah.
I was actually thinking about you this morning, Jay, because I was like, you know what? So many of us are starseeds, knowingly and unknowingly. And I actually picked this up the other day because I got transmission again when I was making contact. And well, I'm saying I was making contact. They come and chat to me, okay? And they like they come and chat to me, and I shut my eyes and say, "Nope, that's it. I don't want to chat to you right now." And I'll go to the loo, and I'll come back, and as soon as I shut my eyes, they're like still there, and I'm like, "Oh, you're not gone yet." So, and then I listen to what they have to say, and if it sounds like a crock of shit, I'm like, doesn't sound right to me. And if it sounds like, okay, fine, you have a big point there, I will then listen. I'll say, can I write it down? And then they'll be like, yeah. And I'll be like, hang on, say that bit again. And then I'll write it down, and then I'll come and tell you guys. But lots of us are here are actually starseeds, but I was like trying to get them to explain to me what it is, because it's all one thing that somebody else has come up with the concept and said, okay, star seeds and everything like that. But like, where did this whole concept start? And is it even like True. And what I was explained is that, yeah, it's just some of us have had incarnations, mainly earthbound incarnations, and some of us have come from other realms first. Some of us have come outside of the construct and come right in, though we're all from outside of the construct. I'm just talking this time. And others of us have lots of extensive history in realm 2, the galactic realms, and some of us have an avatar who's still fully functioning, fully there, whether they're in a stasis pod or whether they are lending out part of their consciousness to focus in on having an experience for this lifetime to do the things they have to do. And I thought of Jay immediately, and I said, actually, a couple of us. And they were like, yeah. And then I thought, okay, now I know why my guides look the way they do. And it answers a lot of questions, basically. But a lot of us have that and like are slowly finding out that there's kind of like 3 groups I'm shown. One who has no clue, but they're kind of open to it. So like they'll see that a cash video and be like, this feels right. And then the other bit where it's like, I'm open to it, and I do use a lot of spacey words, and it's always resonated with me, maybe. And then there's the other ones who are like, this is not my home, this place is trash, and I want up out of here because humans suck. There's those 3 groups, basically.
Yeah.
And
I understand why.
yeah, that's kind of why we're all here chatting on a Sunday, and why we keep on turning up and kind of like being like, hi soul family, hi, da, 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 da. Yeah, kind of, we not our first meeting, not our first
I see. Yeah.
not our first community meeting, basically. I was shown, so I was like, oh, okay, all right, that makes a lot of sense. All right.
I was saying, blessed. Yeah, you're saying the marble. Yeah, you didn't think about that, but that basically the goal here is anything that will trigger something, a reaction in you while you're in dream state. So a sound. So maybe you drop the marble a couple of times before you go to bed, like trying to memorize, if you will, the sound that it sounds like, trying to identify and say, oh, this is the marble sound. That's the sound the marble makes when it drops. So then when you hear it, you're not thinking it's an AK-47. Sorry, Kennedy, I'm just making a reference to it. But, you're thinking, okay, this is what that is. So you say, oh, you'd be, oh, yeah, my marbles. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm dreaming. Da, 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 da. So
I ain't lost my marbles.
I lost my marbles. I lost my marbles. That's what
Right.
it is, isn't it? Right.
So yeah, Sev is saying.
Sev, hi Sev. You're saying, do you guys believe in numerology? Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Something to be understood, though. I think this is the thing: numerology, astrology, the zodiac signs, all of these is they're all connected. It's all related. It's like a big puzzle. So yeah, they all have meanings, or otherwise it wouldn't be here. So even if it's been distorted, it do have its own meaning.
Yeah, I use numerology quite a bit. That's my preferred way to have communication with any beings that are in alignment with my soul path or what I really want to do. I'll say, all right, then come through with certain numbers, and I will give them like a trial period where it's like, use this number, use that number. Okay, use it like that. If you can use them in certain ways and you come through with the numbers, all right, then we can chat. And then after that, and I also use it for anchoring my location when I'm on the other side. If I go through portals, I'll make sure that the portals I go through, if they could be numbered, so I'll know what vibration the place that I've left or the place that I'm going to has. So it's kind of like allow me to like navigate or at least map out like a type of breadcrumbs as to where I'm going or where I've been. So if I don't remember if I don't have full recall about what I've just experienced, I'll still be able to kind of grapple. Okay, yeah, that was the feeling. And then sometimes throughout the day, I'll get numbers based around those things, and then the download from that time will drop in. So yeah, are you guys into numerology? Any of you? So Kennedy's saying, yeah, here's a cool question, at least for me, being that I'm without children. Okay. In what way did your abilities okay, big word, babe.
Disseminate it's to spread abilities, yeah, into
Disseminate into walls
walls.
children if at all. Okay, come, please.
Okay, so what
You
if I
saw me drink
understand?
my coffee,
Okay,
right? You don't have to run that
here's
question
a cool
right
question.
back.
At least for you, yeah, for me, say, being that I am without children. Okay, so in what way did you yours abilities disseminate into walls children, into all children? Okay, all. I guess you say to all children.
Yours,
To
look.
yours, yeah, to
Okay.
yours children. All right, right. So okay,
Oh
see
shoot.
it underneath.
We're out here doing word math. Kennedy, man. We're out here. Got me word
I
mathing on
think
a Sunday.
I think whatever abilities you have has nothing to see what your children's going to have. It's all okay. Okay, do you know what Kennedy? Here's the thing: we all everyone here has the same abilities to start with. It's just a matter if you decided you're going to come online with them or not, or at what time,
Yeah.
or whenever you decided to do
If you're
that.
gonna push them down
If you're
or
gonna push it, and even if you push them down, it was planned. You saw knew before you came here. That's what you were going to do. So you set up a context where that was going to take place, for self preservations or whatever the reason may be.
yeah.
But so we all have similar abilities, well, same abilities anyway. However, uh, some of us have decided to come here with certain abilities already, whether it's like memory of choosing this life, already knowing, or whatever that is, telepathy or
Yeah.
telekinesis, doesn't matter. Some abilities, and whatever you see in your children doesn't mean you do have them, but it doesn't mean you pass them on or anything like this. That's their own abilities because your children aren't really yours. They are souls on their own that are trusting you to guide them during this lifetime here
While their meat suit is still young.
while they meet suit, yeah, if you want to say it like that, stay young. So there's no pass on of anything. Now there is chosen situation, whereas sometimes you can see the mother was a psychic or the dad was a psychic. So the son or the daughter, they end up to be a psychic or have psychic ability that people are like, wow, you can read the future or whatever that is. But that is just a contract. It's a subcontract. It's an agreement that you had when you came here. You decided that your children decided they're going to have, say, you as a parent, and you have these abilities, and then they decided that they're going to have these abilities as well, or you're going to taught them these abilities. All of this is pre-decided.
Or awaken those abilities in
Or we
them, or
can
foster
whatever
them, or
the details basically,
nurture
yeah.
it, or
So there's no that's the illusion where it's what you see a lot in movies where this thing gets passed on and all
we're
of
here.
that. But
We're talk about legacy, and we're talk about what's it called? What's the other one where they pass it on and they tell you like that thing where they were trying to say, "Oh, you're sick because your family's sick and you're all sick."
come
What's
on, no,
no, not the karma one. The one that they use like saying like it's genetics.
yeah, genetics
There we
or
go.
yeah.
Like
So
they'll say like it's family genetics or whatever it is.
but no, that's an illusion, and these are pre-decided contexts
Yeah.
we put ourselves into before we came here to sometimes foster an awakening or something else for a reason, or foster someone else's awakening, because sometimes you see people having dramatic lives and that awaken other people as a result. So that's
Yeah.
quite a very loving thing to do on the soul level. They decide, well, I will play the not the martyr, but the one that
Lived through the 1980s.
yeah. Yeah, basically. So
I'll
that's
come
what
as
it
the
is.
1980s child for you. And
Yeah.
then you can come in Kushti in the 2000s.
Right, exactly. So yes,
Though
small.
honestly, being a kid basically is trash, especially because you can't decide for yourself and you clearly know what you want. So
Yeah, but there's the thing you decided to.
unless you decide that you're going to be with parents who actually really listen to you.
Well, that got me thinking about the karmic loop that's been happening here. And the reason why we have to begin to understand what's going on here is so that we don't keep on coming back and then feel like we never
got to play the game
got
right.
to play the game right. And then because that's what's been happening. Now obviously we know there's going to be an end of this construct. Now there's different interpretation. I've got my own, but that is important that we now start to ascend and understand what this thing is. So we stop doing these pass on of these over generations, because this is all you had up to do. So no, you don't pass on those.
I don't think we passed on anything.
Yeah.
Like, I had to get to know every single one of my kids. I was like, I don't know who you are. They were looking at me like, lady, I don't know you from a can of beans. Let's get to know each other.
Although you have a choice to foster what's already here.
Yeah.
That's where the free will, I guess, is for you to decide whether you're going to foster what abilities your children already have, or
naturally seem to.
Yeah, or naturally seem to, or you're just not going to care. It's up to you.
Hey, Deanna. Hope that answered it. Hey, Deanna. Yeah. Morning or afternoon or good evening, depending on where you're at.
Hi, Shelby.
Hey, Shelby.
So, Shelby, you're asking, I'm not sure what I am ready for, but it feels like it's a matter of time and I am getting closer. Hey, family.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It is getting closer.
Only you know. Only you know.
It is getting closer. Yeah.
Hi, Gabriel.
Hey, Gabriel. Hey, Uliana. Hi again.
Hey, Uliana.
And you know what? The only reason I was able to pronounce your name properly is because my brother-in-law is Spanish and his name starts with Uli as well. So I knew that well, I assumed that that's how it would be. So great.
So, Juliana, you are from Spain. Saludos from Spain. You know, we're so close to French. I mean, we say salut. So you say saludos. Yeah, I understand. Blessed. Oh, sorry.
In the real world.
It's kind of, okay.
You're thinking Ireland. Okay. We're in the UK.
I bet you.
Apologies.
Pro gamer knows that one.
Elliot would have hit you with the dad in the real world.
You know what? It's a frequency thing. No, it's not that. I'm not. I love gaming. It's a great thing to do. No, do you know why? Blessed is because I thought, because this is the abbreviation of Ireland over here, and I thought we were talking about pronunciation. And I know
they say fella.
Yeah, and Irish have a way to speak that's close to the way some it's not exactly the same, but Americans speak, like whereas if you hear a British person, it's very distinct. It's not
if you hear someone from Belfast and you'll be hard pressed to tell whether or not they're American or not.
So that I assume you were referring to that, but I get it now. Thank you.
Thank
you, Blessed.
Hey, Iguru.
Hey, Iguru.
Yeah, we were talking about star seeds as well. So, hey. All right.
Incarnated. Yeah, Gabriel, you say, what do you mean about incarnated?
Incarnated in Earth. Okay.
Yeah.
I just mean you came here. Like, I'm not going to butcher this lady's name, for the love of God, I won't. But she's full blown from the Octorian Council. She has full memory of picking her avatar here. She has full memory of putting her consciousness here, how long she'd be here, who she'd be born to, the whole 9 yards. And she knows when she'll be going back into her avatar. Like, I just believe that even though there'll be what people are calling an end to the construct, I think it's also going to be more of an end to how we know it to be. So, yeah, an end of how we understand it to be, and at what rate we can come and go, and when we can come and go, and how we can come and go. Like a total shift in understanding what it is. Less trapification and more celebration type of thing.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. But the incarnated is, I'm just trying to speak the language of earth, which is, your consciousness gets put into a meat suit, basically. But some of us have already a avatar that's in realm 2, fully aware, fully doing their whole life, who've chosen to incarnate here right now into our chosen avatars. That's why a lot of us feel like, I'm not at home. What is this? We feel drawn to the sky. And it's feeding through with lots of synchronicities around space stuff or contact already, or a lot of those things. So, yeah.
So, Kennedy,
This is not my
this is not my home. Do you know what? I understand what you're saying. Although I was thinking about this, I thought about that couple of times, and I thought to myself, if I am a god, I don't have a home. I don't need a home. That's the thing.
You are home.
I am home. So it doesn't matter where I am, because a part of me had to look into the fact that the only reason why I maybe I'm not enjoying life here is because maybe it's not happening the way I think. I've got certain expectations, certain standard as a god, and maybe it's not meeting my standard. But however, if I'm a god, then I should be able to set that up for myself. And if that is so, then if I begin to enjoy here, then there will be no need for me to feel I need to go anywhere. Meaning that I will decide to go elsewhere, not from a place of lack or from feeling that I need something or missing something, but from a true heart-based choice, because I am happy where I am and I choose, I want to experience something else, which for me was a huge game changer when I
made that shift.
began to shift that way and seeing it that way. Whereas now we only saying, well, I want to move there because I don't like here. See, that's the thing. That's from a place of discomfort. But what if you love there? What if you had that much power? You're a multi-dimensional being. So it's just about a little shift. That's all I started doing, because I used to say what you used to say a lot. So I had to check myself.
It got old. I was like, then go then. What are we talking about?
So you used to say the same thing. Yeah, saying go there. You know what?
Yeah, because it sounds different when it's coming out of someone else's mouth,
that's
babe.
what it is.
And you live with them.
Yeah,
you're like, I know, but when I say it, I don't mean it like that.
Right? You said, "I do mean it."
What do you mean? This is not my home. Yeah, I know.
But anyway, is it just me, or are we all here with our new but old family?
Yes.
Shelby? Yeah. For
we
some
are.
of us, do you know something to be understood though? Some people, their life was like, okay, they decided when they came here, perfect family. You know what we deem to be perfect, or what we perceive as being perfect. Great family life, everything, really loving family, everything, no money problems, nothing like that, and that is what they choose for themselves. Now they may not be awakened as a result, or they may be, I don't know.
They might be fully tapped on,
fully tapped on. Yeah. I don't know. There's different version of what people decided to come here. But for us, yeah, for some of us, yeah, it's like, yeah, this is my old.
But she's talking about now here in this community.
Yeah. I mean, I don't assume that people that are here in the community
feel like they're all soul family with one another here.
Yeah, or perhaps they perfect life, perfect family, everything great. Like, but they have an awakening regardless. Like, I think it's very valuable, and the more we expand and broaden our ability to perceive these things, then the freer we are. It's another thing I realized as well.
He ain't trying to trap no one in no family. That's what he's saying.
No. I was just saying that I understand the way he's saying, Shelby. Because all of these things I've been through that, I feel that way. I felt exactly that way. But then I just had time to think since then.
Yeah, but you know what I've noticed? Maybe my childhood was ? But I've realized that me being a parent was like, I like this. I know so many people were, especially during COVID, was like, this is trash. And I was like, I'm having the time of my life. Let's do more.
Yeah. But that's what I understood. You know what, guys? I understood that because we work in the music industry. We've got to see many different people, different,
walks of life,
different means as well. And I realized there's not one profiles, so many different, like, because even my experience with my family is like there was a polarized perspective. Like, I mean, on one side there was what I experienced, going to social services, all of that stuff, being kid of the system, and on the other side I had my cousin that was the opposite of that, complete opposite.
Yeah.
But then, hey, it's so it's
Yeah.
variable. I would say it's very, very variable. But I do feel I felt the way you did as well, like the old, new but old family as well, and
No, it's like
yeah.
she's talking about the connection that we have with the community, babe.
Oh, I thought, you see, I misinterpreted it. Sorry, Shelby.
I was waiting. I was letting you cook, innit?
Oh yeah, you let me cook.
You
yeah.
cook pasta. Everyone asks for
cook
hamburgers,
pasta.
babe.
You're right. Sorry,
I'll take the pasta too, though. But
my apologies. Okay.
no, but
Okay.
yeah, that's what I was talking about this morning about
Apologies,
the galactic links, because I was like,
oh, okay, I see it. Yeah, no, I see it.
Even as I asked them as well, like, why should I?
Okay, I'll get it.
This is how I am on the other side as well. Why should I? That's the question I ask often. So they say to me, oh, it's time that, we start the phase of yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, why should I? It's my first question for everything is why should I? Not where am I? Not who are you? It's why should I? And then they begin to proceed to explain to me the connections between people and my previous soul agreements. They'll let me in on even people who I have interviewed or are going to interview, which is blessed. I knew, but as I said, I love these unfoldings because sometimes they're like, it's a nice little magical unfolding, but you've been on the show.
It's just funny.
You've
we actually
been on the show.
We actually mentioned it, didn't we?
Been mentioned it.
Yeah. So Shelby, I feel the same way you do. Didn't understand. I thought you were talking about something else. I misinterpreted it.
Yeah, but it is so, and a lot of you like Shelby, been had a conversation, been chatted to you, been done your reading, been saw your setup as well.
Yeah,
with what you're about to pursue.
It's like what's new is already old.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's already all experienced.
And Agar, I know, I know, and you're Nordic, period. Octurian Nordic. It's like I've been shown a lot of you guys, even ones that don't come on the chat, and I was told as to why. Because I asked, why should I? Why should I go live on a when? Live on a big Sunday? They're like, because, and I was like, all right, fine. So, and it's been the best choice I've taken. It's been wonderful. And I have, this is soul family, and I'm like, it's not even an effort. It's a good time.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying.
Mind you, my coffee this morning was a little cold, and that's nothing to do with you.
That's not on you, man.
But I felt like I had a frappuccino. I'm just saying. Okay, so it was wonderful though. Taste was on point.
It's been hot. Hey, listen, you always do that anyway. You asked me to warm it back up, which I do. But
Yeah.
Which you just didn't have time. You had to come
Yeah.
to live.
Yeah.
I agree with you saying yes. Through numbers, my soul or God communicates to me. Okay, yeah. I see them all the time. I saw 369 and 999 a few times today, and every day I see angel numbers. I'm manifesting a lot of abundance. I go, you saying also, I have prophetic dreams all the time. The whole manifestation process is amazing. Yes, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's synchronicity as well. The more you have it, the more they come. The more you pay attention, the more they come as well.
You've skipped some, babe.
Do I? No. That's just a guy and Gabriel saying to Shelby defending the same way, right? Oh no, Gabriel saying, how do your portal have numbers?
Oh, my portals have numbers because it's something I've requested. So if I go somewhere, if I'm on the other side, I'll demand a number before I step over a portal. And that could be anywhere, someone random's house. So sometimes I won't step through it. because I'll see where it's going and I don't want nothing to do with it. Or I'll ask them, can you open the door, please, so I can have a look? Like this other lady, I walked up to her house and I was just like, I saw 3C on her door and I was like, that's different. You don't usually give me with a letter. And I was like, well, that's usually 33, but that's something to do around community. And when I looked, I said, open your door. And before I knew it, like what you would think a beast is, friendly, ran past me, went right through her house and knocked over her neighbor. And I was able to see her flooring. I was like, she has to take all her flooring up, which usually means foundation. And I was like, the foundations here aren't right for me. And I was like, all right, cool. And I just left. And I was like, thank you. And I left. It just lets me know where I've been. Like I said, like breadcrumbs and like on some Hansel and Gretel shit. So yeah. Our volume is low. All right.
I'm not sure why. Then it could be the internet as well, because things like I can see the volume, the usual volume is the same.
Here, do your thing.
Hang on, you know what? Hang on a minute. Let me check. Let me check something. Let me see, why is that?
Hang on, let me read another message if you go full screen.
Yeah,
screen.
go.
Okay, hang on. Okay, yeah. 369-999. Yeah. 369 is a very frequency manifestation number. It's kind of in the everything of what is. It's like the code of here. 999 completions. A lot of people are seeing that right now because we are coming up to an end of a cycle and we've just gone through the Hunter Harvest Moon. Prophetic dreams, they're my favorite. They are my favorite. They're kind of my earliest memories as well. Like I used to stay having prophetic dreams as a kid to the point where people were like, please don't tell me what you dreamt about. I just don't want to know. And be like, all right then. Which I used to, it wasn't always convenient, but sometimes people didn't listen and they kind of like could have, even down to like sell that house or don't sell that house. They didn't want to listen. It's okay. I'm only a kid telling you about your future. So hi Tia.
Hi Tia.
It's your first time. Hey ya.
Hi, and your Shelby's daughter.
Yay.
Hi Tia.
Welcome. Yeah, you're here. Okay.
Hi, Stace.
Your mum was chatting about you yesterday. All good things.
Yep.
It's lovely that you're on.
Hi, Stace.
Hi, Stace. Okay, so Laura's saying, by the way, is our volume back decent?
There's nothing. I think it's the internet because there's the volumes are the same. Nothing is.
Yeah, like just tap an emoji if that
yeah,
kind of
just let
makes
us
sense.
know.
Yeah.
Laura, you saying what considerations would you offer to Ricky Masters? Offer Ricky sessions to the 55 plus seniors. I need to better protect my energy. Better, yeah. Any suggestion? I use Sage and just began
using Shanghai.
This is about. Do you know what, Laura? This is what I was saying. I think was it Gabriel that asked that question originally.
Kennedy.
Kennedy. It was one
Kennedy
of you
or Gabriel asked about Reiki.
Well, one of you asked the question, and that's why I ask. Do you want to practice it or receive a Reiki session, or what the question is about, really? Because I've heard before that a lot of people that do it, when it comes to their own energy, is very demanding, and then you have to find a way where you can just replenish that energy. So I would say, yeah, like that is something to take into consideration. So now that Laura is asking, like,
I have the answer for that.
Yeah, one. But Shem, knows about this. Yeah, what do you think?
When it comes to any service that you're doing that's heart-based like that, especially when it's energy-based, a lot of us have the idea that we pull the energy from ourselves. If you just though Shungite works really well. Black tourmaline works excellent as well. And uses of different crystals work perfectly as well, because they can amplify what it is that you are trying to, especially depending on what you're trying to move around. So say if go by color, this is what I usually do. Go by color. If you're working on a certain chakra point, you use a certain crystal to amplify passing energy through that chakra point. But when you feel into their energies, don't think about it as you are pouring yourself. I can only say this as something that I'm visualizing, but don't think about it like you're pouring yourself into their energy field. Think about it as their energy field is already going, and it's just you helping their already moving energy field flow more. So you're more of a shepherd than you are a water bearer. So you're never ever pouring from yourself into them. You're more allowing what they already have to pour and work their way and flow through their own system with more ease. Because a lot of us who are in either healing or energy works like that have the idea that it comes like down from us and then through to the person, when really it's already in that person. See them in their full God state, and then it's more of a meeting point where you allow for them to meet up with their God state. And that's with any type of energy work you do, whether you're doing energy readings, Reikis, anything like that. It's more of you making them back into a connection or in a flow state with their any blockages. So you've come to kind of unblock blockages, but you don't have to pour from yourself. It's more of a shepherding their energy flow through them, if that helps make sense. Sage, do you use white sage? Because I find that helps, and Palo Santo as well, if I'm saying that right. Palo Santo or Palo Santo? I never get that name right, but it's the stick one.
Palincentor, I think.
The stick one. Very technical. The stick one. You could try that as well, and see if that helps. And also, before you start, affirm yourself in an energy. If you could see yourself as an energy field, like throw your aura out just another foot or another meter, like another meter. I go by meters. If you go throw your energy out another meter, and then encase it in a golden, just imagine you're encasing it in like a golden shield, and then go into your practices, and that should help you. So you could still manipulate the energies as far as maneuver them and move them where you need to, but without pouring too much of your own. And your body will quickly tell you when you've kind of tapped too much into yourself and you need to pour back into focusing on their energies, so that you don't feel as drained. So yeah, you could give that a try.
So bless he said, oh, no kidding, that's funny, the Ireland fella thing.
Yeah.
I know the educational moment for me too. It was an educational moment. I tell you, bless.
Yeah.
Liliana, you're saying I'm actually from Ukraine,
Okay.
but I've lived in Spain for over 20 years now.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
we've been in Spain a couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What part do you live in? And is it still hot? All right.
We're
So
talking about global warming. Of course it is.
Deepish.
Divish, you're saying, do you think the end of the construct is in this lifetime?
It depends. I might die tomorrow, innit?
All right. This is the thing. I think this is the thing. You can cross over and you can still be in the construct. The construct is not just round one.
Yeah.
So what I would say is okay, I can give you my interpretation. My interpretation is it already took place. Started. It's just started already. It's just that we not to really realize it, we just to know it. And then as you see these different institutions crumbling, all these things, those signs anyway. Now, some people may go, which we've done that before, maybe say, yeah, 2012, the end of the world, apocalypse, da da da, all of that stuff.
Sell your house, blah 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 blah
We've
blah.
done that before, guys. I mean, aren't you tired of that? And then even if you were a god, I mean, how spoiled are you? Or you would you going to turn around and just be like, you know what, scrap it all, I'm done with it? Or you're going to be like, you know what, if there's something I can, if we can better this place, sure. At the end of the day, like I say, the only reason why people feel bad about this place is because they couldn't do what they wanted to do. But if what would happen if tomorrow you can anything you wanted to do, and I mean loving stuff, you begin to be able to do it, and you wouldn't
You
talk
wouldn't want
that
to
talk.
throw the.
You
You wouldn't
wouldn't,
want to end
yeah,
it the way
yeah. The
people want to be
only
ending
we're
it.
still seeing this with the distortion. So if you can, imagine maybe a world without distortion and no polarity, and so perhaps the end of the construct doesn't mean the end of the world. You see what I mean? So now I don't want to give you opium here, or but at the same time, I'm not here to give you the opposite of that. So yeah, so during this lifetime, for some of us, yeah, others, I don't know. That depends how long we all planning on being here. So I would say, if you feel in your heart it is for you, then it's because the chances that it is for you.
I wanted to be here at the end. It's something I chose to do. So one way or another, I will be here at the end. It's not the it's not the end that everyone thinks it's going to be, and it's not what we consider end to be over here. I mean, you can only, how would you explain the color blue to somebody who's never seen blue? And it's that type of thing. What I would say is it's not going to be anything to fear. It's just that we're so deeply twisted down here in realm one. It's as Cash was saying, like it's the ghetto of the realms. And I was like, yep, we're in the hood right here, peeps. I don't know what to say to you. Even the most beautiful parts of this part here is pretty hood compared to the rest of everywhere. But we signed up for it, and I think that if you consider the truth of the fact that we are all gods wanting to experience something, then the end is up to you and how you choose to experience it. If you want to be around to experience it, then choose to be. And if you don't, then don't be. But it for me and what I've been shown, and then what other people have said, because sometimes I've heard something, it's felt real, it's felt true, it's resonated, and then Shem being Shem wants to verify for herself, innit? And it didn't look like destruction to me. It looked like a homecoming. So, but not in the American football way, like homecoming as in just a celebration, a lot of love, a lot of ease, a way that's done in a way that wouldn't bring any worry to anybody. I mean, why would you really? Why would you come from a place of unconditional love and your first idea would be to panic others? You just wouldn't. You'd want to do it in the most loving way possible, and that's how I'd seen it done. So yeah,
it's the programming that probably get you to see it like this. So if you think about it, we always we are in a world right now, these the current paradigm that is changing, where if a country can't have their ways, what do? They destroy the thing they can't have that they want. So there's been a lot of that happening, taking place, and we've seen that we've been programmed to think even that way without realizing it about different things, even minute things. That's the way we've been thinking. But then also we just come from fear, a lot of fear, and everything has to be the idea that you can't have it all, and the idea that you have to choose, and the idea all of this stuff. But then we don't lack the idea right now, when we're under this distortion, of walking along the universal rules, which means that you're a multidimensional being. So whatever reality you want to experience, you can do so. And someone else can be at the same time experience something completely different in the same place. You will never know, because guess what? Timeline will duplicate. Like realities will just separate, and then you have a certain experience and the other one have the chosen experience. You're free to choose whatever experience you want. So if we know that's the universal rules and it works like that, why wouldn't it work like that for that circumstances? Some people don't want it to be a catastrophic ending. Then why do they have to have this catastrophic ending? Are we God or not? That's my view on it. It's whether it works like this or it doesn't. But for me, if it works like this, then why all of a sudden, just for this fake ass end of the world, or it doesn't? To me, I don't buy that. That is something on a deep, like deep inside. I just don't buy it. I don't buy the idea that now we have to be forced to go through these ending that is catastrophic, like volcanoes or stuff like that. And some people will experience that if they so wish to, if they believe in that, if they believe it to be true, and they believe that's going to be something they'll be subjected to. That I can see that, because consciousness dictate this universe. It's always be the universal rules. So I'm just thinking, like, and the idea that God's outside of ourselves, of course we would think that, because someone else has to decide for us. It's always this programming I can see as,
Looping.
repeating itself as a pattern.
Which is part of what's ending. The loop.
Yeah. So
the lie.
If you're able to choose for yourself, then what would you experience of that? What would you even consider that as being a reality that you experience? Even if it would so-called physically take place, you've heard it before, where people get into sort of an accident and they get pulled out of the body before they even feel anything. Why would you even experience that? You see what I mean? So that's where I'm at when it comes to that, and what people say about these things. And
Although, in all honesty, D-Fish only did ask, do you think they're a construct?
No, I'm not saying that
in this lifetime. No, I'm just saying.
Okay.
Even if I knew the date, I would never say.
No,
and that's real.
I'm just
because
saying,
I just wouldn't.
Because many of us are asking ourselves these questions. It's not specific to you, D-Fish. It's just because I'm well aware. I've heard it many times, where people are asking, like, what is it going to be? Like, is it going to be what? The end of the world? Is what's going on? Is it going to be now? Is it 3 years? It's going to be 5 years? So people are clearly like, well, okay.
I know why you would ask that, though.
But I understand. Yeah. It's not
because you're like, should I even bother have kids? Should I even bother be a good person? Should I go to work tomorrow? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I totally get it.
I get it.
I understand. It's a legitimate question for sure. Right?
All right, read the next one, please.
So, Uliana, you say, do you see who has another avatar in different realms?
Yeah.
Also, if the construct is about to end, how and why kids are being born? Well, that's funny, because just after this,
true. I don't see.
You see, that's what I'm trying to say. People are concerned, and all I'm thinking, and it's not about people. I feel there's a lack of responsibility sometimes when people say these things
about what
about the end of the construct, but they say, but I don't want to say nothing, and not even their own interpretation of it. They just want.
Then we'll circle back to that, because you know what, this has been running. You've been talking to me for about a week about this. He's not happy about this, folks. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm just like, you realize what you're telling people.
Okay, let me run back on what Uliana says, and then we could get back to your point about it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, do I see who has another avatar in different realms? I do. I've seen one or two people, but I couldn't say, okay, I've seen you, and you, and you, and you, and everybody. No, I was just told this is the number of people. This is how they're going to be coming, and this is the means at which they'll be coming through. And I'll be like, that makes no sense. And they said, well, that's how they're going to come. And they all have their own thing to do. They all have their journey to take, and they all have their higher paths to step into. And that's why here I am very adamant on fostering community and fostering people going into their heart-based pursuits, because you are part of what could be called critical mass, where enough people have stepped into their path, their their chosen soul path, enough to form inspiration that will be able to vibrate out to enough people to change the collective consciousness. If I haven't said it in a blah 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 way. If you get what I mean. I hope that's clear.
Yeah, that was clear, man.
Okay, cool.
Jesha, you saying losing track on your arrivals.
Oh no. And then she says, also, if the construct is about to end, how and why are kids being born?
Boom, this is what you say.
Great question.
And that is why I'm saying, okay, if you're going to mention the end of the construct, at least give your own interpretation of it. That's what I gotta say, because it's such a big thing for people. It's like that can change people's all things as well. And I'm thinking, like you just say, like, what bother then?
Yeah, but I say that, and I have a 1-year-old. Well, he's going to be 2 soon, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm in this, guys. I'm not out here saying the end of the world is coming, and I'm like got no skin in the game. Like,
do you know what?
I feel you on that one.
I refuse. I'll tell you straight. My things was whatever this has to be, whatever the end has to be. I know I'm not to suffer. That's it. No mind not to suffer. That's what I said to myself. I say, this is over. Suffering is over. I'm like, do you mean I came the childhood I had to not finally? Absolutely not. I don't believe in that. I don't entertain it. No way. So I'm going to live my life. That's what I thought.
Like it's golden.
Like it's golden. Yeah. For real. I mean, what are we doing here?
Why wouldn't I?
Why wouldn't I? Exactly.
We came here for an experience. Let's do it. Let's do it big.
Exactly. You don't get to tell me I'm a god and then try and tell me like, what? I can't do God things like. No way. That can't be true.
This is why the guests we'll have on will be aligned with this type of thing. How to make life here dope while we're all here. We all decided to be here. We all want to fulfill dreams. We all have soul desires. Let's step into that. Let's do it. Let's make this our reality while we're here. Why should it have to suck? It doesn't have to. Let's do this.
And then that comes back to the same things about contact. Why should contact with other beings be bad? Like these narratives, I'm letting go of these narratives. Like
I've experienced very scary in the face looking once, but that's because my human self said, wow, that's, you got a special face, you know, like a face only a mother would love, that type of tease with like all sticky things out of it. You look not human. But then they've ended up being like the most loving and insightful beings.
Yeah.
Harmless. And yeah, so that whole thing is a very much realm one thing. Not that I haven't also seen beings in my room when I was a kid and been like, I want you gone or I'm going to get out of bed and slap somebody. Like, when you're a kid and this shit happens to you, just like, come on now.
I guess the point.
Give me a break.
I guess the point I was trying to make is to let go basically of any fear-based narratives, any fear-based, even in spirituality, anything that sounds like fear or make you feel scared, don't entertain it. That's just the way I'm saying it.
Yeah. And I did ask the other day about, because he's been talking about this for weeks. So I'm not surprised it's come up this Sunday. He's been talking about it all week. I know Monday's walk was like taken. I wanted to talk about something else, and he just was like pissed about that whole entire construct thing.
I thought like, okay, yeah, you're saying all this stuff, but I'm not saying that it's not. Of course, it's necessary that things changes, and
but it does raise a lot of questions.
But it raises a lot of questions.
Why have children now? Why are children being born if it's going to shut right now? Why is all it? Because I'm thinking from a God state, from what I've personally seen, which I will share because you don't like when people say that they've seen something and they don't share. So I don't want to be one of the they, because I know you're going to give me the business as soon as we get off the live. So in spirit of saying it. When I asked about it, I was shown um I was shown a time where it's exactly like what I would say modern days. I didn't see anybody wearing clothes that were intergalactic. I saw people from different walks of life. I'm talking people in saris, people in Sikh, like Sikh people as well in turbans. I saw Asian people, black people, a whole bunch of people um, with full abilities. Um, some were flying from realm 2 into realm 1 and coming down to realm 1 as like a fleet. It was shown to me from first a place where people interpreted it as shooting stars. And then when I asked, but what is it? I was taken up and shown that no, they're people. And they were flying in formation, coming down, not in aircrafts, in their bodies, just as you do if you have an OBE. And they were coming to see their loved ones. And as they landed, people were like a little bit taken back. But once they saw that each person that was landing knew somebody on ground and was like, oh my God, and then a big hug, or oh my, you're here. And then they saw that they were hugging people. People started realizing, hang on a minute. So then what's going on? And then people started being more in the state of, I want my people to come. And then people's people just started turning up. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. As soon as I said that, it left. I woke up like, which is its own thing, which means it's usually how I wake up when I'm out of body. Yeah, I told you I'm dramatic, but that's how it is. But yeah, that's what I saw. I don't know what anyone else has seen. I don't know if you've seen something like that. I know there's a lot of talk about people seeing waves and stuff like that, but I didn't see nothing like that. It was like the sky cracked open and people connected. They came down, abilities were switched on. That was it. No one was fearful once they caught that this is just people just meeting up with their people.
Well, if it's back to the golden age, if it's back to the golden age, that's what they were able to do back then. Thing is, at the end of the day, what wouldn't it be that?
That's okay, Jay. I see you. You're saying you're just listening. That's fine. I'm just happy you're here.
Man. Yeah. we like your question, by the way, and it's not weird. And we like when you comment. It's not weird.
And we like your stories.
Yeah, you're not weird, Jay.
Kennedy,
how do you know if you are a starseed? I think so.
Some of us don't know, and we're just finding out. Some know, and they've been like secretly just been like, yeah, but it sounds too weird. And others is just, you got symptoms. It's like, don't feel you fit in. Contact comes very easy to you. Felt like you're the black sheep of the family somehow. Your abilities have been turned on and you've either pushed them down and decided that now it's time for you to stop hiding in some way. If you feel like you've been living some sort of lie in some way, but you don't know exactly what the lie is. If you feel like you've got a calling, but you don't know exactly what the calling is. If you have interests, and I don't mean I like some star movies. I mean, you see something and you're like, oh my God, why am I crying in front of Avatar? Or why did Star Trek feel like that story meant a lot to me, but a lot more than a lot of other people? It's resonance. It's, do you feel it in your chest space? Are you like, the more these people talk about it, the more it makes sense to me.
And also, some of us have memories, or you experience certain, in dream state, you can experience certain alternative lives, lucid dreaming, or OBs as well. That's a good way as well to find out. So if you can, get to an OB state and actually, ask for that, because you can actually ask to see your soul record, and then you will know about that.
Yeah.
So Crayo Laman My favorite couple. Thank you, Creo.
Thank you.
Gabriel say, how do we develop our intuition? There's many ways you can develop your intuitions. There's little games you can do. I think also developing your mindset is one of the things as well that can help. I think your intuition as well is about learn how to quiet your mind first, so then you can begin to be more in your heart space, because it's where intuition is. So,
Or what people say, you had a gut feeling.
or you got a gut feeling. So stay like you okay. Another thing as well that can help, it's certain maybe decision you made back in the day, and you knew that you wanted to do something else, take a different decision, and you saw what the outcome of that was. Recall that feelings, because usually you were right about the feelings of saying to yourself, shouldn't be doing this.
And then you talked yourself
and you talk yourself out
in
of it,
or out of it.
out of it. And then certain things that you follow your guts and it worked out for the best. These are the things. Just trying to feel what you felt at the time when you felt that, and that will you tap back into you into that feeling, and you can record it. And you say, how do you guys know that you are doing what your soul wants to do?
Do you want to
okay.
answer that?
Yeah,
I can.
I can. Well, I'll just give my version. You give your version.
Go for it.
My version is this. One thing that I definitely know is what my soul don't want to do. So that that at first I started being like, okay, I don't want to do that. I'm done with this. Or I'm done with that. So I got rid of everything that I really just I was cringing about. And then I was calm enough to then have a proper feel now what I really want to do, because a lot of the things I found out difficult to choose what I wanted to do, because there was too much noise. The mind was overworking, overrunning. I was thinking more from a masculine perspective, and that's not because I'm a man, because you can be a woman and go through the same thing. There was too much doing and not enough feeling, and so I have to give myself a time out. That's why I had that burnout, so-called burnout. It wasn't a burnout, it was an awakening, but we like to call it burnout here because it always have to be work related. So that's why I started. Then it will come naturally. You let it come, you receive it. So you don't try to search it too much. You receive it, and then you can also look back into your childhood, things you love to do, and trying to see from there as well. Was your way?
I pretty much came into this world knowing what I wanted to do. I've always been around music and writing, drawing. It's what I do today. However, I had no idea about space stuff. I had no idea about that I'd have to lean into my intuitions and my dreams and anything like that. I thought that was something that was going to be personal. However, I experienced lots of illness that I had to work my way out of, and I was able to heal myself from that. That was a big eye opener. You can put the light on.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. If it goes dark and then light, then he's putting the light on. And also I had a huge experience with perfect. I had a huge experience with having postnatal depression. Bouts of depression is what was my soul's choice on how to redirect me. When I was going too far down a path that was not made for me. And because back then I used to complain bitterly about things and then go and do them anyway, because you're taught we all have to do things in life we don't want to do, so get up and do them. I just did them, but that's never what my soul wanted to do. And the more I found I listened to what my soul actually wanted to do, I realized that the idea of me being unreasonable, unrealistic, selfish or anything like that was just people's way of them wanting me to go to bend my will to their liking, instead of me being who I wanted to be and doing it the way I wanted to do it. Because I've always dreamt and had prophetic dreams, I've just had my dreams come and tell me this, this, and this. And as I've stepped into that more, It's been OBE states, it's been dreams, it's been downloads during the day, during meditation state, where beings will pop up. I'm being me. I'm still the skeptic, believe it or not. I will open my eyes, go do something, make a cup of tea, come back and be like, that was a crock of shit, shut my eyes, and then the same person is there, and I'll be like, all right, I'll listen. So I'm constantly in a state of testing the things that are presented to me.